Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we had a JP data download last night. We actually had a second JP data download a couple minutes ago. And then we also had a global data download. So we've got a lot to cover today. And JP Dokkan is going to be getting its celebration info because... here, let me pull up the schedule right here. Okay, so Kale actually does release tonight. Now... this is very uncommon. You could talk to anyone who actually is like very following like these release schedules, stuff like that close. Dokkan usually doesn't release units on the weekend. I guess it's like besides like some sort of holiday or something like that, like Saiyan Day, like you know, March 18th it was the weekend for JP, but it's a holiday. Dokkan, they really like to release characters on April Fool's Day. April 1st, I guess. The last several years has been April 1st, but this is really good for us on JP Dokkan, that Kale comes out tonight, because otherwise, celebration info would have still been 2 days away from right now, and, you know, Kale would have released on the 3rd, which would have just been devastating, but she has normal release time. She is actually coming out tonight, which is good. Yamcha, I believe, is still a couple of days global data download, and I'll do a follow-up video on the global data download in a little bit, right? Okay, so Kale comes out tonight, and Kale's celebration info is in 2.5 hours. 11 a.m. Eastern is when we are going to get the Kale celebration info, which is really, really big. Because Kale, I mean, we might as well just talk about it. If Kale... So, okay, you know how God Goku came out with that Tech Vegeta? Tech Vegeta is very good. Amazing banner unit. If Frost was that Tech Vegeta, Kale is the best TUR, I think, probably easily. Better than God Goku, actually. Kale is that strong. I was using Kale, and it really gave me Videl vibes using Kale. Like, oh my god, like, Kale is strong, because what is the most important thing you need these days? Oh, the ability to really take hits and deal with bosses that are doing these huge super attacks. In base, Kale can do that in her rage form right there, but she needs a super attack first. And then in Super Saiyan 2 form, she's really stupid. Okay, so we have these 4 characters in the data download. Why don't we just... let's go through Proton's thread, and as we get to Kale and these characters, we'll talk about them, we'll discuss them. So, here's the data download. Promo movie, Kale and Frost on the banner. Awakening/EZAs for free-to-play April Fool's Day units. These should be coming to global as well, by the way. So, the Int Bulma, and then the Great Saiyaman and Videl, they should be coming to, global. So, that'll be good. Global and JP content. So the new area of quest mode is out. It is interesting. 3 of the stages are actually kind of intriguing to me. One of the stages is just, it's like you move one spot, you do a fight against one enemy, and then the stage is done. One of them gives you 77 incredible gems, I believe, every single time. One gives you 33 blue incredible gems every single time. So those might be kind of like the ideal, like gem grinding spots, potentially, just because it's like you would be able to do those stages in like 20 or 30 seconds or something like that, which could be very interesting, right? And then the final stage, I don't think it's the new best link level stage, but it's a contender with 28-34, which I believe global is live on global right now. And then now 31-4. Those are the 3 stages that are, I think, kind of fighting for best link level stage. I feel like if I had to rank it, I'd say 34, 28-2, and then 31-4 is probably the order I'd give them, but, you know, it's hard to say. Dokkan Event Runway, the Hidden Power of Determination. Oh, this is Kale's Dokkan Event. The special characters, EZA area got new stages, and then a new battlefield as well. So we have the Kale promo movie, again, Berserk Kale and Super Saiyan 2 Kale. So, Kale. Again, it's very hard to sort of say how good she is right now. Um, man, damn, this tier list I'm gonna make in a couple of days. The updated tier list is gonna be tough. Because Kale does need. Look at this Universe 6 category ally. This right here, she gets a guaranteed additional with a 70% chance to super attack and 160% attack and defense with the Universe 6 ally in the rotation. So you have to. That's why I'm saying if they just dropped Frost and he was as good as Super Saiyan Vegeta, like it would just be way different for Kale, man. Way different. Probably it would be better if we got like a Super Saiyan Caulifla would have been the best. Because then they would have been a lot. Because the thing is, Frost is barely on teams, right? Like that's the issue with Frost. He has 3 teams: Universe Survival Saga, Transformation Boost, and Universe 6, right? Like this guy has no categories. Whereas like Kale's on, of course, a billion teams, which is good. You know, we do like Dokkan Fest and major releases and on a lot of teams, buffing a lot of teams. But Kale, the thing is, Kale doesn't need a whole team around her. She just needs one really good Universe 6 category ally. So we'll see. There's, I think, 2 key spots happening over the next 2 weeks. Next week, so in this range, we should be getting an EZA, a major EZA. We should find out what it is in again about 2.5 hours celebration info. If it's like LR, Kale, and Khalifa and they're really good, Kale's the best CR. But like if Jiren EZAs, it's like Kale is in a tough spot. Then this week is the return of yellow coin LRs. We have not had a yellow coin LR on JP since LR Fusion Zamasu last July. So we'll be getting a yellow coin LR in April, one in May, and one in June for sure. Probably one in July as well, although the LR in July may be a carnival because it's Tanabata. We'll see. I would guess it's a yellow coin LR, but it might end up being a carnival. So Kale's really good. When Kale transforms, I just like, I feel like my head, I'm not thinking the clearest right now, but like, is there a TUR who would perform better than this Kale after she transforms? Like, I don't, like, this Kale shits on both God Goku and Super Saiyan Goku. I mean, she's better than the Gammas easily. I like a TUR that transforms or something. Like, I don't know. This Kale is just ridiculous. This unit has guard. She's gonna be rocking, 600k plus defense most of the time, and then that's before she attacks. Then when she attacks, don't forget that she gets her super attack effect, 30% attack and defense. She can quad super as well. Like, just absolutely a ridiculous character is what this Kale is. This is what they need to do. I mean, Kale Super 17, it really looks mid in comparison. Super 17 is still good. At least Super see, like, last year they gave us the 1 in a million, which is Raditz. Super 17 is kind of like a traditional mid Dokkan Fest where he has bad restrictions and stuff like that. But it is just very sad. Like, Super 17 should have had the Kale or God Goku type kit. Super 17, again, is just a very weird anomaly. I don't know what about them made them think Super 17 was so good. Because it's like the restrictions kill Super 17. I mean, I was talking, people were like, oh my god, you're nitpicking and stuff like that. But it's like, now Kale and God Goku comes out and it's like, yeah, no, I was right. Super 17 had these weird flaws all over him that Kale and God Goku do not. I mean, Kale needs Universe 6 ally, but there's, one Universe 6 ally. Literally, they just give us a good Khalifa and we're good. Like, depending upon the fight, if we can go in, so like, I don't know, the 8th anniversary fight, we could rock Tech Khalifa with this Kale and we're going to be good. If we have a full Peppy Gal Universe 6 team, the problem is, I mean, what would that look like? Kale, Tech Khalifa, STR Kale, but she'd get slapped up. STR Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa, but her dodge is only 60% and she gets slapped up if she gets touched, but that's 4. Like, I guess we could run the Tech Kale and Khalifa, and then we'd still have one more slot we'd have to fill. Like, it's so tough. Like, we gotta get like LR, Kale, and Khalifa to EZA, man. They have to. They have to. They have got to EZA. But Kale's really good. Kale, I probably will end up ranking her 1 or 2 on my tier list. Just my initial thoughts. I mean, people would go crazy about me saying I think she's the best TUR, but nothing is in stone. I want to, summon for her, rainbow her, link level 10 her, take her in all these tough fights. But, like, I think of the 8th anniversary Sin Shenron boss event, and Kale would just do so good against that. The unfairness of that event, Kale would just do so good in there. I think so. Yeah, Kale's crazy. Okay, well, then we get to Frost. It's so funny. Frost is good if he also guarded or had 50% damage reduction. Because he's missing one thing, which would have made him good. As he is right now, he's just a solid support. He's a transformation boost support, which is a W. But like he barely has teams. He has a unit super attack if Freeze is on rotation. Unit super attack is very good. Seal, 50% chance to stun, 30% attack and defense. Or, excuse me, 50% attack and defense. But this guy just has no defense. He'll triple super, triple 5 millions, along with support is decent. But, the tech Vegeta is good because he guards, right? Like, Dr. Zhou and Dr. Mew suck. This Frost sucks. Just very sad. It's because Kale needed this. Like, if this guy guards, like, Kale is in just such a better spot. Even just this guy alone really would have helped Kale, man. Dude, like, Universal Survival Saga, like, we get all these EZAs and new characters for this category. If they were on Transformation Boost, this Frost would have been really good if he just guarded. Like, why not? If there's a Universal Survival Saga ally on rotation, he guards. Is that so hard? Like, that's all they had to do. That would be balanced, and that would make this guy really good. He'd be really good. Actually, if that was the case, he might... Would he be the best banner unit? Maybe. Because his defense gets pretty... I mean, if you got the unit super attack, I don't know. Would he be better than S-Tier Piccolo, Android 8, Chilai? Probably not. But he'd be right in there. And like Tech Vegeta and stuff like that. But he's just enough... you can't run this guy. It's like... this is why, like... I'm sorry, but defense matters more than offense is definitely true, because they release a character like this with no defense and, oh, he's unrunnable. He could do damage, but guess what? That damage doesn't matter. All it matters is you can take hits. So, yeah, GG. We have the free-to-play characters. Now, I actually have not looked at them quite yet. Let's take a look at Go-to-Toe. Let's see what we got for there's a free-to-play Bulma. And then we have the Great Saiyaman and Videl card. Okay, so Bulma, Dragon Ball Seekers, 4 key, 77% of stats. Int type 3 key, 50% of stats. She does supreme damage, high chance to stun, and 41% attack and defense for 4 turns. Decent. She does have an intro, and 40% attack and defense, 29% chance to dodge for 4 turns from first appearance if there's a Kid Goku on the team. Okay. So... Okay. I mean, an intro is definitely cool on a free-to-play character. The extra the dodge chance will take that. She gets 141% attack and even start a turn. High chance of dodging enemy attack. Oh. Then 41% attack within the same turn for each attack evaded. Another 81% attack and defense and 9 key if there's a Kid Goku in the turn. And then youth category allies get 40% attack and 29% defense while she's very good. Wow. Okay. She's a support with a 79% chance to dodge. Yeah, it's not hard, Dokkan. Bam. She's good. Okay. A support? Yeah, yes, sir. We take those. Now, her dodge only for her first 4 turns, right? So, I mean, she would be good for, like, Red Zone Cell Max, right? Like, Red Zone Cell Max. I mean, maybe not the metal cooler core is probably going to go a little bit beyond her and stuff like that. But like, this is a free-to-play card. This is decent. Shocking Speed, Money, 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 Brainiacs, Incredible Adventure, Guns, Dragon Ball Scientist, Shouting Limits, Peppy Gal, Dragon Ball Seekers, Youth, Dragon Ball Saga, Earthlings, and Earthbred Fighters. She's pretty good. I like this Bulma. It's only the first 4 turns, but in those 4 turns, she's very good. Super Battle Road stages, Battlefield, again, like Red Zone Cell Max, like something like that. 79% chance to dodge, and a support is very decent, actually. I like Bulma. Nice. Then we have Great Saiyaman 1 and Videl. Defender of Justice. Category key 377% of stats. SCR types 50% of stats. 12 key super attack effect. They greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. 50%. That's a W. Supreme damage and lowers extreme class enemies' attack and defense. Wait, let me take a look. It just says... Okay. I'm gonna assume it'll be the usual like 30% or 20%. Probably a 20% debuff. Good for Super Battle Road, I guess. 158% attack and defense start a turn. Another 58% attack and defense on super attack multiplicative buff. Good. 58% attack and defense when attacking extreme class enemies. Right now, that's very good. All the tough fights are extreme class. 10% attack and defense. 4% chance to crit. And 4% dodge per Defender of Justice category ally in the team. What is that? 4 times 7? That'd get us up to a 28% if it's a full Defender of Justice team. Defender of Justice category allies, 3 key, 18% attack, 18% defense, 18% crit chance. And sealed attacks enemy super attack for 2 turns. I feel like they're okay. I mean, we've got the support, but it's a little low. 18% is a bit low on the support. I'd like it a bit higher than that. And also, 28% chance to dodge. I'd like to get a little bit higher than that too. They're decent. I don't like, this is not a throwaway. They are supporting, and Defenders of Justice is really a rather weak team. So I don't want to turn my nose up at a Defender of Justice buff, but they could have been a bit better. I mean, the dodge is the important factor here. That could have gone up a little bit. I mean, if you just slap this character with 50% chance to dodge, I think I'd really like them. 28% is at least decent. Full dodge build, of course, for this character, right? But not bad. Yeah, this character and Bulma, both full dodge characters. Obviously. The new Quest 1 stages. Again, there's 4 stages. The first one I don't think is anything special. Stage 2, this is a fight against Tien, I believe. I think every single time you do it, you get the 77 Incredible Gem drop. And then stage 3 is fight against Chaozu, and I believe every time you get 33 Blue Incredible Gem drop. And then stage 4 is a very strong Link level stage. This one, very, very good Link level stage. Kale's Dokkan event. Every character at this point, every character just give him a Dokkan Fest. Let's get him out of the way. We just had super hype God Goku. Now Kale far less hype, but it's, a deserving character. I mean, the bar for me is, are they above or below Videl? I would say Kale is above Videl. So I'm fine with this. And they made her character, Videl and Ginyu and Kale were done correctly. Very unhyped characters who were strong enough. People pretend like Videl was not like, oh my god, on release when she was. People pretend like she wasn't just like shockingly good. So Kale is on that level. We have the 2 EZA area stages. This, of course, is the Special Characters Edition EZA. Let me just pull this up real quick. Again, I always like to show you guys rather than tell you guys. Challenge events. It's the section, it's called, Global EZA area. This is what I was looking for. Oh, they already updated it. That was fast. But yeah, it's this. So these are all the characters that we can bring in here. Like usual, these types of EZA areas, as they add more stages, they just get easier and easier and easier and easier to do, right? As you grind more characters up. Some of them decent. There's the Bulma. Great Videl and Great Saiyaman 1 medals, Battlefield 61. This is story asset quest mode, the Dokkan event assets, and that is it. Okay, so there is the JP data download. Decent right here, decent for sure. I don't think there's anything really too spectacular or extra that we have to cover. Again, Bulma does have an intro. There's a new blue Incredible Gem shop, right? So, let me know what you guys think about the JP data download, about Kale and stuff like that. We do have the banner dropping. Celebration info in 2 hours. Let's see, man. Are they going to give Kale, like LR Kale and Khalifa ZZA or what? If they do, it's going to be a huge W. If they don't, man, Kale needs... Remember, Kale doesn't need 50 options. She needs one really strong Universe 6 character. We have 2 slots in the next 2 weeks where they could fulfill that need. They could give us LR Kale and Khalifa EZA or SCR Kefla EZA or something this week, and then in 2 weeks, probably a Universe 6 Yellow Coin LR. If either of those are, like, you know, top 10 options, Kale is really gaming. So, let me know what you guys think. I love y'all, and I'll catch you guys next time.